Sai Ram. Dearest Swami, I offer my humble pranams at your divine lotus feet. Dr. Reddy, Mr. Gata, Mr. Rao, respected elders, and everybody who is in the hall today, being drawn here by Swami's love to this lovely continent of Africa, to this lovely country of Kenya. And we are here simply because Swami's love for us makes us manifest these trips, makes us manifest our presence with each other, and gives us the opportunity to really understand his teachings and move forward. So I have literally one story to share because I have a tendency to be verbose. And, I created one slide. I originally started off with no slides, but I'm a management consultant, which means if I don't have a slide, I'm like, what am I even doing in life? Where is my cause of my raison d'etre? So I basically had this one slide which had, again, 2 parts of threes that I wanted to really walk through. The 2 parts of threes are as follows. The first 3 are to set up a story, and the next 3 are to, thank you, Swami, and the tech people. And the next 3 are to expand on a story that happened. I, like many of you, are not one of those people where I had a humongous transformation happen and the gates of heaven opened and the harps were playing and I just became a different person. I am one of these people where daily we struggle with the push and pull of humanity and divinity, and Swami is transforming us on the way. So maybe this will be one, my own version of one chinna katha, about a little transformation that's happened because of something that's happened. First of all, Swami has said many times spirituality is easy. Sai has come to indicate the omnipresence of God, he says. The avatar has come down to declare that God is present everywhere. So then why don't we realize this? Why do we realize this in the confines of this room? But then when we leave the room, when we're at work, when we're boarding a flight, when somebody cuts us off on the highway, that realization is not quite where it is. At some level, it's because we all have doubt in our lives. So the story is about doubt. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. What is this doubt? The doubt could be that, Swami's teachings could apply in certain aspects of life. Not always. Swami can create certain scenarios that can help us to transform. Not every scenario is one such. These are the kinds of doubts we sow ourselves. Whereas the truth is, if you commit to the Lord and if you surrender to Him, you realize that every moment is a lesson and every doubt is meant to be answered so that you can go take one more step towards solving this puzzle and going towards Him. So that's the first thing, the role of doubt. So spirituality is easy. The role of doubt in why we don't realize the omnipresence of God. And then the tools that Swami has given us time and time again to really experience Him and experience His teachings on a daily basis in small ways. The parts of service, adoration, and illumination are so important. And Swami actually talks in a discourse. He says the significance of the 3 letters in Sai should be understood. S stands for service, A stands for adoration, I stands for illumination. All the 3 concepts are equally important. Sai is the combination of 3 spiritual paths of action, devotion, and wisdom. So all of these tools are available to us. We have all of the power of the universe available to solve our doubts on an ongoing basis. Now let us go to the story, because as we will see in the story, Swami is Sakale Samsaya Haraya Namaha, the one who will solve all doubts. One of the things in life is to keep Swami close and feel very confident to ask him anything. Bring him with you to all places. And you will find that he's got this plethora of instruction to give us at the most timely way. So, I want to go to the story of Pada Seva in the remaining 5.5 minutes that I have left. Contrary to what we have all heard multiple times during the conference, this Pada Seva is not our performing the Seva to Swami's Padam, to Swami's feet. This is us performing Seva to the feet of a lot of people who are homeless and really need to be protected in the cold months. So that is what Pada Seva was. Let's talk about the S aspect first, service. I was in Beaverton, Oregon in the Pacific Northwest, and we really wanted to start. This was 2011, the year of Swami's passing, and we really wanted to start a lot of different service activities to engage ourselves in kind of furthering the mission. So we were looking at, sometimes the TVs would advertise some needs. We'd have friends of friends who talk about things. In one such occasion, I was actually driving and I saw this. I saw this sign called Outside In, which, for all of us, outside in means it's so spiritually relevant to us, heads in the forest, hands in the society. I was very piqued by this particular organization, so I went and I asked them about it. And this organization was a support system for youngsters who are in their late teens. These children had, for various reasons, been thrown out of their houses in Oregon, but also in other states around Oregon. Their parents had rejected them. Very often it was because these kids had come out to their parents were not ready to accept them, they tossed them out of the house, and they had to figure out their lives. They learned about Outside In, and they came to Portland, and this organization helped them by giving them transitional housing, getting them off the streets where it can be pretty dangerous for a 17-year-old, and also helping them get their high school diploma so that they could make something of their lives. So, Jai Sai Ram, we found this place. We said we will go and try to help this organization. And they'd said that a lot of these kids travel by walking and taking buses from 3 states across. So their shoes are worn out. And when they go to school and such, they don't have proper footwear. So we said, we'll take on that project. We'll come, we'll measure these kids out, we'll figure out what shoes they need, and we will provide shoes. And then we will also create an event where we will come and, fit the shoes on and serve some snacks and just make it feel good for the children. So that was the project. So the S aspect, Swami found an organization with a need. Swami guided us. Swami put a name Outside In, and there we were. The adoration aspect. Swami's name is so powerful. How many times when I've lived on the earthquake side of the country, when the ground starts shaking, you're always saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. And then you're texting other people saying, hey, did you say Sai Ram? Are you okay? That is our constant. That is our constant. The power of the name and the solace it gives us. But not just us. It gives anybody who wants to embrace it. Even people who don't quite understand the significance of it benefit from it. So there was one brother in our center who said, we adore Swami. That is such a positive energy. Let us take this energy and put it forth towards the shoes. So when we packed the shoes, we were not chit-chatting. We were not catching up on, what happened in the last episode of a show we were following. We were actually talking about Swami or singing songs or chanting Gayatri. And it was a very serene environment. And we felt really like Swami was watching over us and helping us put these strong divine vibrations into these shoes so that they could benefit the people. Then comes the illumination aspect. Swami has guided us through all of these. The shoes were bought with it was so easy. Everybody was excited to work towards this service project. The packing was so divine with all of us chanting Swami's name. They found the organization by his grace. When we found the organization, there was a gentleman there, Zachary Goldman. He was our contact. He actually served in India, helping the downtrodden that live in the shanty towns in India and Bombay by helping them with services and such. So we had some things common to talk about India, but we focused on this project a lot. And that was Zachary Goldman. We found a partner in Zachary Goldman. We did all of these different things. But the minute I was collecting all of these shoes and going to drop it off at Outside In, I parked the car, and there is the monkey mind in my head saying, what are you doing, Sunil? You don't know this organization. You don't know what they stand for. How are you giving, you and the devotees have spent money and effort, and you're buying shoes. There's no history with this organization. Are you doing the right thing? Is this really what Swami would want you to do to serve? Huge doubt sitting on my shoulder. And it's one of those instances where there wasn't anybody on the left shoulder. There was only doubt. Usually there's an angel and a devil. This doubt is just going on in my ear. So, 29 seconds. We walked into Outside In, and my energy was a little challenged. I just was I was very happy we were able to give shoes, but there was this looming question, this doubt in my head. And so I gave everything over to Zachary. Zachary invited me into his office. We sat down. We talked about the shoes. We talked about the event where we were going to come and fit them. We talked about all of the things we were going to do to support this community. And then Zachary said, hey, last time we talked about the shanty towns in India, I didn't show you something I brought back from India. Here's a water bottle I brought from there. And I said, wow, this is lovely. And see, there's a stamp of Saraswati in this water bottle. And it was an ink stamp on the water bottle. And it was very uplifting to see that, mother was already there. And then he turned it around and he said, Sathya Sai Baba's stamp is also on this side. So Swami had gone to this organization as a stamp on the water bottle, had hidden himself in plain sight, and presented himself at the exact moment in order to make sure that our doubts are quashed, and we take that little bit of a transformation that everything is Swami. Swami is the doubt, Swami is the resolver, Swami is the path, Swami is the way. In every moment of my life, please be with me. Jai Sai Ram.